Okay, so now we've got a little bit more geometry in here. Everything's looking a little nicer. The one thing I like on that image, I'll have to find it real quick. The thing about this couch is that it's real fluffy and has a lot of padding, and this is right here. It's a little rounder than I got on mine. I think that could be rounder, and I may go back and build this. So what I want to do is consider making a new landing pad for me to actually go ahead and pop this thing off and see if I can make it a little rounder. Don't know how I'm going to do that quite yet. I have a couple theories, but we'll get into that maybe a little later. But right now we can go ahead and re-administer the symmetry. X, flip, pop. Alright, so let's off a little bit. There we go. So I had to move it back, which means the pivot's a little off the center. And I want to make sure that it's there. So what I'm going to do is get this. I can center the object, center the pivot. It's going to center off of this. Pop, boom. And I'm going to put it down on the ground. Sweet. Now, whenever I want to move it, it's going to stay grounded. Boom. So let's look at this couch in some more high res. And look at the round here. It's not that round here. I think I want to rebuild it. We'll get into that. But let's turbo smooth it just to see what it all looks like, because we should be quite happy. Subdivision surfaces. Turbo smooth. It looks way nicer and more modern than the actual image does, but we're close. I mean, at this point I wouldn't be mad about what I'm submitting as an actual project, but if the actual art director was real nitpicky, they would actually nitpick it, such as things like the top view ground this. These vertices, not you, not you, move up. They overlap a little bit. Actually, I was wrong. The cushions go with as well. Now overlap a little bit. Just a little bit. Sweet. Now the wrinkles that we have right here can be done in texturing. We can also do it in ZBrush. Don't know if we'd actually ever want to do it in Max directly. We could put some fake ones in, but it'll look better if we do it in ZBrush. And this object actually is pretty close to being ideally ready for high poly transition, to where we can actually take it into ZBrush and really crank on these details, like where the wrinkles are, where the little fluctuations in the patterns and the leather stretches and all that stuff. We can really bring that to life. Here we'll just add some details, give it a little bit of noise maybe, and move on with our day. But this couch is pretty good. So we'll go down here, edit poly. So I was thinking about doing on that, and it's just doing some cylinders, because that's kind of what it looks like, little spacers where the bolts or the fasteners are attached. Here we'll just go and do it on the leg. Boom. So we'll just do 2 for each connection on the board. Go a little bit past the actual size. This over here. Wrong button. There we go. And we need to have it to where we can turbo smooth it as well. So let's add cap segments. Actually, let's not do that real quick. Let's take this and let's go ahead and position this real quick in the right spot. I'm gonna make these instances, make 2 more. These instances will go down here. Since they're instances, all I gotta do is mess with this one, so isolate it. And we can take the segments out for the most part. Mesh editing, add an edit poly. I'm going to delete. We're not going to see that face that's against the couch. We'll see this face a little bit, but not much. So what we can do, we'll still delete it, but I'm going to go to border now and Control Shift to create a new geometry, and go to vertex mode. They're all selected still, so I want to weld it. Not chamfer, I want to weld it. There we go, 56 to 45, 54 to 45, hit checkbox. Now we don't need that. Hit Control Backspace to get rid of it. We don't have anything there, so that's fine. Now all we gotta do is just get this edge here, and this edge, and this edge. And we'll chamfer that bad boy. Just a little bit. Hit checkbox. I'm not really going to see the screw head, so I'm not going to put it in there. Shift Alt Q. And then, really, all we got to do is go in here. And let's check this out real quick. Before we do that, let's see what this does when we isolate it. If we go and throw the turbo smooth on there. Great, it'll work. Yeah, you don't. Again, we're not really needing to put turbo smooth on it quite yet. I just want to make sure that we can do it, and that's what's showing on me, and that's great. So all we got to do here is go to this dude, go to Edit Poly. Looks like I put him on the wrong spot. So let's put him in the right spot. And what I want to do here is I'm going to grab these, put them on this little new jobber there, line them up, and yeah, sweet. I don't want to attach them yet because I got to make these over here. Instance, rotate. So we gotta position that dude there. Okay, we'll just give that stuff. Cool, we're all happy there. So what we're gonna do now, go down here and we're going to attach. Since it's a bunch of objects, we'll just use the attach box. We'll just go here, it's all these. Attach. Sweetness. Let's get this dude a little closer. Looks great. Cool. I mean, it's a little detail. It's not all that specific, but to be honest, it just makes it a little more realistic. I don't think that a game company will be like, you better do it or you're gonna lose your job, but they could, who knows. Alright, so couch is ready. Clearly we can make it a chair, but I just want to make sure you guys see that. So there's the fourth video. Well, later videos we'll make the UVs. I'll make sure that I share that with you guys, but right now this should be fine.